Good morning. I hope you are joining me for our Be Awesome in April challenge. I am going to show you how not awesome I was by what happened to my coffee this morning. You guys, my daughter said, Mom, I don't know if my friends need to see that you did that because they're going to think you've lost your mind. So I need some other folks, especially 40-ish, plush-ish mamas, maybe to say, oh, Laurie, I have done something crazy like that too. So this morning, I've had just some heavy things that have just been on my heart. Nothing crazy, just some things that I'm like, oh, those are some things I got to worry about. So I walked in, I kind of felt like I was doing better and thought through them and was doing pretty good. And then I walked in to make my coffee. This is our little coffee area right here. I'm actually going to make it right now because I didn't get to finish it. Y'all, I had run my Nespresso machine and I forgot to put a coffee mug underneath it. So literally, this is my frother. I totally I'm getting all the frothy coffee this morning. So literally I walked in and I just had, if you see me on Instagram, I just had a puddle of coffee that was totally everywhere. I had a big fat puddle of coffee. So if you feel like you have had a day where maybe your brain is not really working, all the more reason you might need a system like I do. So we're going to do our cleaning step this morning. We're going to do our Be Awesome in April work. I am super excited that you're here this morning. Tell me where you're from. Tell me if you're struggling to do something in your house or your life. If you're overwhelmed, just join me this morning and we're just going to kind of slowly go through. I'm going to get my cup of coffee because I need it for sure. I'm going to look at my list and figure out what I'm going to start on today, and hopefully this will be an encouragement for you guys today. I'm hoping the video is working. I'm not seeing any comments, so hopefully that's going. I needed that today. Did anybody else need a cup of coffee today? Tell me if you did. Okay, so we're going to do our Be Awesome in April challenge now that I've had my first sip. And y'all know, we're just going to work through this together. So nothing fancy here, nothing super exciting. We're going to go through our list today and start at the very beginning. The first thing that we're going to do, I have not marked any of my boxes this week because I just do them normally, so I don't always mark them. So the first thing, good morning, Gaynell. Thank you for commenting this morning. So this morning, the things that I have done as of Wednesday, I haven't marked boxes all week, which is weird for me. Wednesday, I exercised. Thankfully, I showered. I did make our bed. I don't have any laundry to start, so I get to win on that. I did clean the sink. I have planned and prepped dinner. Now we're gonna do dishes and countertops. So let's come do the dishes and the countertops. Hi, Sharon, glad to see you. Hi, Sandra. Do you have the same mug? I love it. Leanne, you have the same mug because your initial is mine. So has anybody else done what I did with the coffee pot this morning? Y'all. It was crazy. We're just gonna go real slow today and we're just gonna be awesome together in April. I don't have any major thing to tell you. If you want, I will say, if you click the link in the video, we have a checklist that you can check off and you'll enter to win one of 10 $100 Amazon gift cards. So do that for sure and you can get them. This is the checklist that I'm using. I'm using the home planner. We are out of the planner, but you can get these. So the next thing on the list, y'all, is to go ahead and do our sinks. So let's do our countertops. I'm gonna come wash this. I'm going to talk a little bit about one thing that I've done that makes my life a little bit easier is I viciously get rid of things or put away things that are maybe no longer, I don't need. So these are our Easter plates and napkins from this weekend. We didn't use all of them, obviously. So the one thing I need to do is I'm going to put these in a bag and go ahead and, actually I'm not even going to put them in a bag. I'm going to go set them in my dining room. So I'm going to move those there this morning. I'm going to wipe down my countertops really well. I hope you are joining me. Good morning, guys. I love seeing y'all on here today. I'm going to use my Mrs. Meyer's Daily Granite, and I'm going to go ahead and get these back corners that have not been done really well this week because I've been kind of crazy. We had kids in town. How many of y'all had family in town for Easter? So since we had family in town, things were kind of not done as well as I would like them to be done. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to do these dishes and then I'll pop on here. Here, let's see. I'm still figuring out how to make this work. So I still have this dish that is from, let's see, that is from Easter that I need to get cleaned out. So I'm gonna work on getting this done really well. This is a really cute home goods plate that I love. So if you're watching, do not just be watching me. Make sure that you are joining me and doing some of this with me as you go. So go ahead and do any big dishes that you need to get done. How many of y'all have a counter? What needs to be cleaned up on your countertop this morning, girls? Let me know if you're joining the Be Awesome in April challenge. The challenge is just to go through and do a few things in your home each morning. And for me, this system just kind of makes sure that I get things done a little bit easier. One quick tip, if you're washing glass, you're supposed to wash glass and dry it with colder water. I didn't do that this morning, but I am going to get this cleaned up, which will be awesome. I have it done. I'll get it put away. Everything needs to get done, Cindy. Dust from major construction. Oh, Patrice, what are you having? What's your major construction you're having done? Good morning, Donna. So glad to see you this morning. I'm so glad y'all are here today. Get your stuff done as you're working. Go ahead and take a few minutes to just tackle your home, make things feel a little bit better. If you're struggling with feeling overwhelmed, like I definitely am struggling, I think for me, I tend to get overwhelmed and I don't know where to start. And so just having kind of a system of knowing, okay, I can't fix everything, but I can start with them clean dishes. I can wipe down the sink. I can get those things done. Just really helps me to kind of settle in the morning. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down this really well. Let's see, I kind of have a mess here, y'all. Now, let's see. Everything you didn't do the dishes last night. Now, I'm telling you what, how many of y'all, do most of you do your dishes right after dinner? We normally do our dishes right after dinner, and that really does help so much. When I let it go, it just gets way harder to do. You're recovering from back surgery. Bless you. We'll be praying for you today. So go ahead and get your sink cleaned out. I usually wash my sink probably once. Y'all, I probably wash it at least once a day. Sometimes it's just a quick rinse, but I feel so much better when I can do a deep clean, so I'm excited this morning I've got time to do a deep clean. And what's nice about it is even if I miss it every once in a while, it's just not a big deal. So a lot of times I'll miss, it doesn't always get done, but it really does help me to kind of have a system and just know that it's mostly clean. Do y'all feel like you just feel happier when you come into your house and your sink is clean? I don't know why. It just makes me feel a little bit more organized about my life. When I can't control the whole wide world, I can at least control my sink. I think that's kind of how things seem to run at our house, because a lot of days lately, I have felt like a lot of things are beyond my control, which is not easy for me. You load the dishwasher as you cook, then when dinner's ready, the kitchen is clean. I love that. Such a good idea. Such a good idea. Okay, so the next thing, let's see, I'm gonna grab that spot. So take some time to slow down, get this done really well. I am going to see what's next on our list. Oh, I know one big thing I wanted to tackle. Hang on. Wash those guys. This one's clean. I'm going to put those in the dishwasher. I'll take those to the washing machine in a minute. Actually, do y'all want to come with me? Let's go. We're just going to do this the way I would normally do this if you weren't here with me. Normally, a couple times a day, I walk over to my laundry room and definitely drop off some laundry. So I'm going to go throw this in here this morning. And then here's our next big thing that we're going to tackle. So our family room, this is our family room. And in the morning, I usually take a few minutes to clean that. Now today I'm actually going to do a bit of a deeper clean. I'll show you what I'm going to do because it was driving me crazy and I thought I could do it with you guys this morning. And maybe encourage you that if you have a space, so if you're watching and you have a space to dust, I'd love for you to go hop up and dust it. Do you have a place in your house right now that could use some dusting? Do you have a space in your house this morning that could use some dusting? Oh, y'all, I'm getting my hair done today. This blonde, blah. Anyways, I'm getting my hair done today, which is why I'm dressed in real clothes, but my hair is wild. You washed clothes yesterday. Good job, Nick. Good. It feels so good to get a load of laundry in. So I'm going to tackle, what's your thing in your house? I'm going to show you this table. It's on my mission to get done this morning. So I found this table a few weeks ago, and I love it. And hang on. It is very fancy for me. However, I would not recommend a glass table like this if you have small kids or a dog. So it has been fine for us because we don't have any small kids. We only have a teenager kid. However, y'all, can you see this? It gets pretty gross. So this morning, my dog, more than anything, gets it pretty gross. So he puts he makes a mess. Anyways, so I'm going to take some time to get this done. And if you've got something in your room that needs to be dusted, needs to be cleaned, just take a couple minutes and get it done, because it will feel so much better. Doesn't it just feel good to have something clean? I don't know what it is, but if you have time, and like I said, if you're a busy mama working, or if you have a bajillion children at home right now and you're like, Laurie, I can hardly get my act together to even manage my kids. You know what? Then you may not have a clean coffee table, and that is just fine. But if you have time to tackle something like this in your home, just take a few minutes to get it done. You will feel so much better. I'm going to do the bottom too. Y'all, this is the greatest coffee table, except it's also the worst. And I knew when I got it, like, it looks so good in this space, but I was like, oh, that's going to be a monster to keep clean. And I was correct. But I do love the way it looks, so it's worth it. And obviously, I don't care too much in our house if I see some dust, but you definitely see the dust when you're over here. So I'm just going to tackle it super fast. I just want to encourage y'all today, if you are struggling with things in your home, to just take a few minutes to get those things done. If you need a great list, you can click the link in the video for more on our list. They really do make life easier. Oh, y'all, this is a table. It's a big table too. Anyways, there's a lot I could tell y'all. I felt guilty getting this table because I normally don't buy things that are this nice. And after being someone who has been frugal forever, to splurge on something so fancy has been crazy. So I will just tell you that I love it every time I look at it though, and I am so thankful for it, and it still needs to be cleaned. So there you go. I don't even know why I told you all that. Okay, let me that. I'm gonna read through your comments. I'm gonna grab my coffee, and I'll sit and drink coffee with y'all and read through your comments this morning. This is gonna be a slower Facebook Live because I wanted time to do that. Oh, let's see. Thank you. I love the coffee table too, except it is really messy. So let me know if y'all have any questions, thoughts, ideas. I'm going to give you some encouragement this morning as I get through. Hang on. Here we go, girls. Let's come over here. So here's some encouragement for you today, or maybe whatever, as we drink our coffee. If you have questions, let me know what those are. So I will just tell y'all that I woke up this morning and I've had this just kind of, nothing terrible, but just kind of a heavier weight on me, just a worry thing. Have any of y'all have a worry thing on you that you're just like, oh, I'm just worried? Anybody just worried? So I've had this worry. I've had 2 or 3 kind of bigger worries on me lately. And so this morning when I went to walk, instead of doing what I normally do is I listen to a podcast. Y'all know I run a business. We have, I think, 15 or 16 girls that work for Passionate Penny Pincher. I absolutely love every one of them, and I am so crazy thankful for them every single day. But there are moments when I'm like, oh, this is a lot, Lord. I'm just a mom. I never intended to create this kind of business that I created. What have I done? And so I've just kind of been having this like, oh, what am I doing? And so a lot of times what I do when I walk is I listen to business podcasts because I don't have a business degree and I don't know anything about business. So I listen to things to kind of educate myself. It's kind of like my education time is my walking time. So I was normally that's what I do. This morning, I was like, you know what? Don't listen to anything, Laurie. Don't turn a podcast on. Don't turn TV on. Don't turn anything on. Just think through the situations that you're anxious about and see if you can come up with any ideas. And y'all, I came home like a different person. I had so many things that I thought through, and I was like, if you do this, it's going to make this happen. And if you do this, it's going to make this happen. And if you can do this, it's going to make this happen. And so for me, I think my thing that I probably do that maybe you do too in our culture is I think if I can just fill the space and the quiet with something that will make me happier or keep me full so I don't have to think about the problem, or if I don't have to come up with something, and this is a situation that I can impact, so it's a little bit easier. It's much harder on situations you can't impact. Let's just say situations you can't impact are way tougher. But by being able to just sit, turn everything off and think, I feel so much better. So I just encourage you, if you have a yucky situation in your life right now, and if it's something that you can impact in any way, put your sneakers on. It's a beautiful day in a lot of the country today. Give yourself a good walk and it will just help you so much. Anyways, sometimes just being in silence is good because God can hear you. I believe that. Good morning, Alice. I'm so glad you're here this morning. Thank you so much, Nancy. I appreciate your sweet comment, and I have not tried microfiber cloths. I get mine from Amazon. So I'll answer any questions. I'm going to chit chat. Carmen says she used to pray when she walked and can't walk. Oh, if you have walk trouble. Okay, guys. So for those of you who are like Carmen, who maybe for whatever reason can't walk, what is another way that you could maybe do something? Definitely still find that time, Carmen, because it definitely is good. Find a special space in your home and just go and have it set a little quiet time for your soul because it is so good for you. Thank you so much, Nicole. Good morning, Linda. So glad to see you this morning. Okay, let me get through your questions really fast and I'll hop off. I didn't want to keep you very long today, but I just want to encourage you. Let me see if there's any questions. You've had some. Barbara says she's lost some importance papers. Looked over last night. Oh, Barbara, I'll be playing. Oh, you new prayers that you find them today. Barbara, I am praying you find your papers today. There is nothing like losing paperwork. I am the worst at that, and so I understand your pain. Hang in there, sweetie. You're gonna find it today. I'll be praying that you find it because I know that will make you feel way better. Let me see. Where is the app where you lost weight? You can't find it. I use Faster Way to Fat Loss. So if you Google Passionate Penny Pincher Faster Way to Fat Loss, that will help for sure. Good morning. Hi, Susie. You do tend to fill your brain with other things. Why do we do that? I think we live in a culture where it's like, I'll just keep putting new stuff into my brain so I don't have to think about the stuff that's already in my brain. And then we wonder why we get overwhelmed. And like this morning, I spilled my coffee, y'all. If you missed the beginning, I forgot to put my coffee mug underneath my coffee pot. So I spilled the whole thing, every single bit of it. And I was like, I'm kind of a mess this morning. So if you've had that day, I don't think it means I have dementia yet. I'm telling myself, my kids are like, Mom, you've got dementia. I'm like, guys, I just have a lot on my brain. Does anybody else ever feel like that? Like, I don't think my brain is completely going. I just think there are so many things that I'm trying to take care of, and figuring out how to manage that becomes a lot. Hey, Stacy. Hi, Mitzi. I know you like the slow down, Lori. Thank you, Mitzi. Normally I will tell y'all. So since you were just chit chatting, a lot of you guys watch me on Facebook Live and I go really fast. Let me tell you, do y'all want to know why? There's a reason. There's a method behind that. We have found that videos do much better with new people who've not watched Passionate Penny Pincher before if they see something fast. In our culture, we want to get through things so very quickly. But so if I just go slow, people they hop off really fast. So I don't often take the time to do this, but I miss you guys when I don't. So I'm going to try to slow down a little bit this morning, and I'll just read through your questions. Hopefully get my much needed happy coffee, and we'll just kind of chit chat this morning. Thank you so much. But Diane, I'm praying for you today. Oh, Stacy, nothing happened, Stacy. Nothing happened at all. Nothing crazy happened. There's just a lot of weight. I think sometimes, guys, just life, especially, I don't know, life, when your kids get a little older, you worry differently about your kids. So my kids are great, but I still worry over them a lot as a mama, and running a business this size as somebody who never really intended to do that feels like a lot some days. So yeah, I just get overwhelmed, and definitely doing video fast seems to bring more engaged people in. So there's a pressure to keep that up. That's hard some days. I'm so glad you needed those words. Do you have any tips for, Hannah, y'all, this may be a really long video if I go through every question. Hannah asked, do I have any tips for moving to a new state? Yes, ma'am, I do. So we have moved, since we've been married, we lived in 4 states. Is that right? 4 states. I've probably lived in 6 or 7 states in my life. If you are moving to a new state, I just want to encourage you a lot of things. Number one, it takes some time. So it's going to take, I would say 3 years. So at least a year, 3 years. We recently moved about 6 months ago. This has definitely been the easiest move because we moved near family, which has been so valuable. But if you are moving, the biggest thing I can do, especially when you go into your home, is to dream about what you really want. So that was something my husband and I did, especially with our last move. Our last move was really probably our hardest move ever. It was hard. And my husband encouraged me in the beginning. He said, Laurie, let's just dream about what we really want. And so we kind of just dreamed about we had a room in our house that was my office that was awful. And so we dreamed about it, and it took a few years, but eventually we got it. Definitely get involved in a church for sure. We are still working on figuring that out in our new home. Finding a church is huge. So find that. dream about what you really want. It's okay to mourn what you have, but definitely try to get involved. And I'm going to tell you, I'm the worst at this. I work a lot, so it's really easy for me to sit behind my computer and not get out and see people in real life. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that better, but it's hard to have time. So anyways, hopefully that helps, Hannah. I'll be praying for you as you've moved. Is today the last day for the free stickers? Nicole, yes, it is. It is. So grab those. Tracy, you are so welcome. Tracy says she needed this today. She's making a large business move and very anxious. Y'all, you business owners, if you own a small business, can I just tell you that it is hard. Nobody tells you how hard it is. Like, there is so much good in it. And so I think back a lot, especially because I've come to this from penny pinching. And I was telling somebody, I was like, I am so thankful for the way this has influenced our running a business has helped our finances, because our finances were so tight prior to me running a business, and it took 12 years to get it to a place where it really is kind of a nice sustainable income. And I'm so thankful for all we have from it, but like, there's a lot of sacrifice on this other side of that you guys don't see. And some days I'm like, is it worth it? Was it really worth it? And it is, because I'm able to support other people. We give to missions like crazy. We are able, if somebody has a need, we are able to give to mission work financially in a way that we never could have done had I not done this business. But there are days that I'm like, is this really worth it? So I don't know. That's, it's a lot. Running a business is tough. So, and I feel guilty. It's funny. I feel guilty spending money now that we have more, but then like we're doing something right now that's a project, and I'm watching that I can see physically that there are like 5 people that have jobs now because of what I am able to buy because I have money. So I think there's like, in the frugal space, I think we feel guilty having money. Does anybody else feel like that? Like, there's this sense of, if people are financially sound, that something is bad about them. Does that make sense? And even I struggle with that. And now I'm like, you know what? Because you've chosen to run a business that blesses other people, you're able to hire more people and you're able to do more things with your money. So you increase other people's ability to have things because you create jobs. Anyways, that probably is not what y'all wanted to hear today, but that's just the truth. So there you go. Kathy says she definitely know that worry feeling and you're overwhelmed, but thankful for your planner. I am so glad, Kathy. I hope that helps. Let's see. Holly says she's a small business owner too, and you get stressed as well. Your problem is a real estate broker. Bless your heart. Real estate I know that has got to be a really crazy market right now. Let's see. Snuggles for under the weather, kiddo. I love that. Lizzie says, I hear your voice and it's like I'm up. Oh, Lacey, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. Brandy says a friend would take her dishwashing time as prayer time. It just worked out. I love that idea. So for those of you who are looking for a special time, prayer and dishes and laundry time are such a sweet time to pray for things. And I will tell you that now, it used to be that I I hated doing the dishes and the cleaning up, even the laundry. And now I turn a lamp on in my laundry room and I soak up that time. And I'm like, this is a sweet time. I think so often we think of our daily work as drudgery, and a lot of times it's a really sweet gift. So slow down and enjoy your time. If you can do it, definitely slow down. Driving and thinking is awesome. Do daily journaling. Livy says, I love that. Tamara, I wish I could hug your necks right now. Thank you, Tamara, for that. I am so thankful for you. Samantha says, I have your planner. When you dust furniture, do you dust the whole house or one room that week? This is an area I struggle with. Dusting is a monster, y'all. I probably do the whole house every other week, but I do like my main space, like family room, once a week. Probably my dining table and not even that one. Our table we eat at, I do that once a week. Everything else I might get twice a week for the whole house. Hey, Vale, so glad to be with you this morning. Melissa, thank you, Melissa Focha. Thank you. Melissa just said that she has done that before where she's not put her coffee mug underneath. I was literally like, I am getting older. Is this my dementia kicking in? And so my grandmother had dementia. My dad had dementia. And I'm like, Lord, please, I'm not ready to have it yet. So I hope I have a few more years, y'all. If not, y'all will watch it really fast unfold here, which will be kind of scary. Thank you so much, Nicole. I only look cute this morning because I'm going to get my hair cut. I'm getting it colored. I have a lot of white right here. Anyways, I got to figure out my hair. I am not a good hair person. Good morning, Linda. So glad to see you. Barbara has done that before. Stacy says there's a great book I'm reading right now for business called Deep Work. Deep Work, I have read that and I need to reread it. Thank you, Stacy, for that. I need to reread that one because I am struggling with making time for the deep work. So I need to work on that. Livy says she's praying she can get some good hearted artists for your mighty networks. I'll be praying that for you, Livy, for sure. We are thinking to buy a new home. Lots of stress. Oh, buying a new house in this market is crazy. I know there's got to be a whole lot of stress with that for you, for sure. Karen, I'm so glad the advice was there for you. Will there be a freezer box volume 2? Jessica, are you reading our minds? We are about to start testing recipes for another round of freezer meals. So it might be coming soon. Well, it'll take a long time. Freezer meals are the hardest to test because you have to make them, freeze them, unfreeze them, make them. So you can imagine the time on a freezer meal launch takes a long time. So yeah, we're hoping it's coming. I am so glad that they have boxes have changed your life. That makes me so happy. Susan, you're feeling overwhelmed today. Susan, I think we're all in good company. Know that you are not alone. God has amazing plans for you today, Susan. I am praying for you right now as you go through today. Thank you so much, Mary. Hey, Sarah. Sarah, my friend Sarah knows the real stress that goes on behind the screen. Karen jokes that we have too many tabs because we have so many things going on. I know, it's like my brain has all these tabs. His son said to me the other day, he was like, Mom, what's it like inside that brain? I was like, it's a scary place, sweetie. Too much on the brain. You love the slower tone. Thank you so much. Good morning, Sheila. Your brain is always on overload too. This is amazing. I am so glad, Kim, you just said you just joined and you're loving this group. We have the sweetest community on the internet. I am so humbled and thankful for each of y'all that you spend time with me and hang out with me in the mornings as I clean and do other things. I am really, really blessed by y'all. So thank you. You will love this sweet group. You will never stop worrying. Anna, so this is what my father-in-law said about worrying over kids. This was not encouraging. For those of you who have younger kids, you may not want to hear this. He said, somebody asked him, do you stop worrying as your kids get older? He said, no. Then they just get married and there's more people to worry about. And I thought, I was his daughter-in-law and he worried just about as much about me as he did other people. So it's kind of sweet to have someone. You do always worry for sure. 10,000 tabs open. I know you love getting to spend time. I'm so glad. It is nice to get to slow down and just chit chat a little bit. You're on your first coffee as you work. I love that, Tisha. You are so welcome. West Warwick, slow down. I was starting to think your videos were no longer live because I know it is so hard. The video thing and Facebook algorithms, y'all. If you knew as a business owner, the stress of Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and now TikTok is taking over. We could do a whole day on that. Like, I don't want to deal. We do a little bit on TikTok. I don't do a lot of it. I do a tiny bit over there. I do see there being a lot of value because a lot of people aren't on Facebook as much as they were. So y'all stick to Facebook because this is what I know and it's easier for me. Cute shirt. My daughter, I stole this from my daughter's closet. She got it from a little boutique and it was pretty cheap. I really do like it. Let's see. Hi, Tammy in Virginia. Send someone an encouraging note and it will lift that burden of wielding away. I love that. Sharon says, to send someone a note and it will lift your burden. I think that is so true. And one thing I found when I am willing to serve other folks, the stress in my own self goes way down. So that's why I hope that it's valuable to encourage y'all today. Let's see. We are in the thick of aging parents. Hard to struggle with them and work. I know. Bless your heart. I can only imagine. We went through that a few years ago and it is hard as your parents get older. It's tough. It's just hard. So praying for you for sure, Carol, as you go through that. I think we got through. Cute shirt. The shirt is just from a cute little boutique my daughter found. I'm going to try to get through all the questions. Pamela says it's hard owning a small business, especially people thinking you just stay home and can do everything. I know it is so hard. I am really lucky. I think the one thing that's been good about me moving is people don't know me in a new community. So I'm not usually the one, I don't sign up for a lot of things. So for those of you who run small businesses, I will just tell you, I am not the room mom. I don't ever be the room mom. I do very little volunteering. I volunteered a little bit in our last state. And that's a hard thing because moving to a new state, it is good to volunteer, but I definitely limit the things that I do outside of work and my family. You only moved to 8 miles ever and live on a farm, married to a farmer. So you own a small farming business and will not move. I love that, Debbie. I love that you have a small farming business. That's so fun. I love that. Just starting a business. What's the most important thing to keep track of? Oh, Tamara, y'all, I could talk business all day long because business is where I probably like business more than I like taking care of my house. I like business stuff. So Tamara, the one thing I would do is I would faithfully watch your finances, like monitor your money like crazy. Like that's probably something that we did really well early on, I would say. And really importantly, track what is bringing in the income and create more of that. So probably the reason I think that we've been successful as a business is I had a lot of data as a blogger. I could see, oh, I posted a deal about toilet paper and everybody needed toilet paper deals. So let's write more toilet paper deals. So whenever I found something that helped somebody, I was like, I can make more of that. So like with our menu plans, when I started using them and I was like, wait a minute, people really like these and they need these and I can make them better. What could I do to help serve people better? So figure out exactly what is bringing in any income. If you have any tiny win, and when that happens, I want you to go ahead and then just like go all in on it and serve people even better. Because when you're able to find something that people need and serve them well, you will have a business forever, which is kind of nice and freeing in a lot of ways. I need to remind myself of that. I needed to hear my own advice this morning. I think I get freaked out that what if the whole world doesn't need me anymore and need what we create? And so I think if you can just serve people, hopefully we'll keep serving people. My goal is definitely to keep serving y'all because that is what I love doing most each day. Lizzie says she thanks God for us and our team. We have the best team of women. I am so lucky. So if my team is watching, I know they're going to be like, Laurie, what's going on? Don't worry, guys. Everything's good. It's just that I worry, y'all. I worry. Now I have these 15 women I want to help do awesome. So I worry over them. So yeah. You have a bit more than we did, and you keep feeling like we need to make sure others benefit as well, for sure. Becky says, give yourself a year and have a half to call your new place home. A year and a half. That's a good advice. So I like that advice. 18 months to make your place a new home. Good idea. Shelly loves her planner. Denise is starting her laundry now. Carmen says her husband was in hotel management and you moved 23 times. 23 times, y'all. Carmen, bless you. That is a lot of moving for sure. Misty says your favorite way for quiet time is sitting on the porch with your morning coffee. I love that. Angel says you inspire me when I get overwhelmed. Well, Angel, for the record, I get overwhelmed over here too, so I'm thankful it's an encouragement for you for sure. Lizzie says, I thank God for you and your team and for helping me have a better home. Thank you so much, Lizzie, for your kind words. Pray on the way in your car. I'm definitely not the only one starting a new business. What's the most important thing to do? I think I just got your question. Business-wise, I would say setting up like systems too on business. So if you're starting a new business, come up with things that work and make sure you do them routinely. So I had a lot of things early on. Like in the very early days of blogging, I set up a schedule so that I would post on certain days. So everything we have is super scheduled and that will really help you. And even Facebook Live, like I'm always on live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's my system. So come up with systems that will help you know that you're always doing the same thing. Jennifer just said, Jennifer, could I come meet you? Could I send you to my children? Jennifer Britton said she's 28 and she's also done the coffee thing. Thank you, Jennifer. I could hug your neck today. I'm not totally gone. Tamala is having the honey garlic chicken for dinner tonight. Carol is watching when you have time. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. You've forgotten your mug. Y'all, thank you for letting me feel better about the mug. Thank you for that idea of praying in laundry. I love that. Y'all are making me feel way better. As a small business owner, as a hairstylist, your hair always looks great. So to the girl who's the hairstylist, my problem is I'm getting white right through here. It's just my hair looks old. Like my hair looks old. So I need younger looking hair. If you claim think every day, then what you do have, I can't quite. If you claim you think, if you clean your, Betty says, if you clean your sink every day, why would your sink be dirty the next morning? Because my husband and my daughter are home and we make a mess in the morning because we're packing lunches and having breakfast. My husband eats oatmeal. It always messes up the sink. So it's not terrible, but yeah. Freezer is your favorite. Please tell us about the sticker deal. If you order the Slow Cooker Meal Plans or the Slow Cooker Meal Plans Volume 2 and use the code STICKER at checkout, you will get a free pack of menu plan stickers today only. So I'm not going to go through all the information on that. That was an email, but since y'all saw it, if you go to passionatepennypincher.com, look for shop. If you order the Slow Cooker box or the Slow Cooker Volume 2 box today, use the code STICKER, you will get a free, and put in a menu plan sticker. Y'all, this is going to be real confusing. You're only going to get this deal if you totally understand what I'm going to say. So I'm going to explain it really slowly. Okay. Are you ready? If you get the Slow Cooker yellow box, Slow Cooker box, or the green Slow Cooker Volume 2 box, and put that on your cart at shop.passionatepennypincher.com. Also add a set of menu plan stickers. It's blue. Put that in your cart. We're not going to write a big post on this, so you got to listen. So the only people who are going to get this are going to listen. Put that also in your cart. When you use the code STICKER at checkout, it will give you the stickers for free. Good luck. Okay, my team is going to hate me for that because now y'all are going to ask about it. Have you ever moved to a place or town you hated? I had a really hard time in Ohio, y'all. I'm just going to be honest. That was a hard place to move. You would love more freezer meals. Let me read through. Doctor said if you go to the fridge and forget it's a refrigerator, then you have dementia. Okay, I didn't know that the coffee, thank you. That was a really good test, y'all. I love that. Somebody who said that, Cheney said that her doctor said if you go to the refrigerator and you forget it is a refrigerator, that would be dementia. So the fact that I just misplaced my coffee mug and didn't put it under there, it's not that I have dementia because I still knew it was a coffee pot. Y'all, and some of us are going to go through this like, I know. Y'all, I just hope I'm happy. Y'all, I hope I'm a happy, sweet, demented person. I don't know what it's going to look like. Consider recipes that can go straight from the oven. You're so excited for more freezer meals. You've done that too with your coffee pot. Will there be a plant-based plan? You know, I don't know if there's going to be a plant-based plan, but that is one to think about. One that I'm really excited about that we are finishing up testing. I was not excited about this menu plan at all until I got a few of the recipes last week. The one that will come out early next year that is almost done and tested is the 5 ingredient menu plans. So it's 5 ingredients or less. There's going to be a lot of staples. The meals, I was afraid weren't going to be very good. I just tested 3 of them. They were fantastic. So I think you guys are going to enjoy that one a ton. Oh, Karen just said she just got on the kidney transplant list, praying for a quick match. It's been a long 2.5 years on dialysis. Y'all say a prayer for Karen today. Karen, we are praying for you just for peace and comfort. And then God will just guide your doctors and the family, your family and the family of the donor. God, we will just be praying for you. So praying for you today, Karen. You have a way heavier weight on you. Someone said, if it's a health issue, it's just so different than anything else. It's just totally different. So we are praying for you hard today. Prayers for those battling health concerns. You've got to let your hair go natural, less cut and stress. I know. Thank you so much, Denise, for your kind words. Thank you so much, Anissa, for your kind words. Shopping for and selling a house is so difficult in this market. Tammy says her husband is also on dialysis. Tammy, we will be praying for your husband as well. Goodness, that is a heavy, heavy load. And I know you guys have got to be exhausted and overwhelmed and anxious. So we are just praying for you today for God's peace and comfort for sure. Mary says you used to have your own business and it's harder than going to work for someone else. Thank you, Mary. That is so true. Some days I'm like, I just want to be one of the girls that works for me. Anyways, when is the side box coming out? May 1st, y'all. Paula, thank you for asking that. Y'all, I need some hearts and likes on this. Y'all write this date down. May 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern time, the sides box comes out. I'm going to do a fast video here this morning in about an hour, going through that really fast. So I will talk through that one with you guys for sure. Okay, Christy's brain has too many brains open. Hey, Carrie, glad to see you. Hey, Melissa, wise father-in-law for sure. Oh, Janice, she says she's down and out, too much going on in your mind. Janice, praying for you today. It is hard. We all have those days for sure. Thank you so much, Kim. Isn't there a book talking about opening and closing doors in your brain? I need that. You're stuck on Facebook. Sorry I talked so long on Facebook. Thank you so much, Karen, for your kind words. I am so thankful for you as well. Kitchen is cleaned. Good job, Cindy. What was the book recommendation? Deep Work is the name of the book. And I could give y'all a bunch of book recommendations, but Deep Work is a good one. I'm reading through a lot of books right now. Trying to get smart, y'all. Thank you so much for, Jennifer says, thank you for getting this mama off the couch with your planners, boxes, and new step challenges. I love that. And y'all don't forget, if you are doing that, especially if you're new, I can't imagine anyone new is on today. If you are new and still watching, click the link in the video and join us for our Be Awesome in April challenge. You can check off each thing in the box. We have boxes to check off. And when you check them off, you'll be entered to win one of 10 $100 Amazon gift cards. Exercising while listening. I love that. Kathy said she struggled for years the same way. Alzheimer's, dementia are a sign of depletion of hormones. You need to keep up with exercise and diet for sure. Ooh, somebody's making the poppy seed chicken. I love that one. Yum. Enjoy that. When you moved, you shopped for a new parish, but hoping to a different service one that clicked. You're a bookkeeper in your home and have a business as a W-2 job. Y'all, these business moms. Someone says, please consider a plain cover 1 year. We have thought about a plain cover. Good. Thank you for that, Rocky, for saying that. We have thought about that. It's a possibility. Not next year, but maybe after that. Thank you for your planner. I am so glad it is helpful. We have the best team ever. Y'all, I am so lucky. I have the best group of women to work with every day. Let's see. Porch coffee is the best. You hate moving, so you feel your pain. Thank you so much. You're running 2 households and your house, the planner helps. Someone says she's at the church waiting to bring food to a family member. Oh, Marla, I'll be praying for the family member, praying for just peace and comfort for them. And I love that you're able to take them a meal. That's so fun. Donna says her family has a balloon business and helium is currently not available. Oh, Donna, y'all think about all these businesses. I never thought about that. Helium's not available. So that totally changes your business. That is so interesting. Love spending your coffee time with you. Oh, Rosemary just lost her 2 parents in 7 months now. Is packing up homes. Bless you, Rosemary. Praying for you through that for sure. It is so hard. And my husband lost both of his parents in a really short amount of time. And someone said to me, in fact, it was Susan, who's one of our passionate penny pincher people I met through here. She messaged me and she said, Laurie, it's like being an adult orphan. And I thought that is the best example of what that has got to be like for him. So if you are going through that, bless you as you go through that. I know it is hard. Dawn has a martial arts business. I love that. And she does childcare in her own home. You've done the coffee thing with an entire pot. Thank y'all so much for making me feel better about my coffee mess this morning. Love the shirt too. Y'all, do you know how because it's my daughter's shirt, do you know how careful I had to be cleaning up the coffee this morning? It was a mess. You're 60, the only one who knows your true hair color is your stylist, Brenda. That's my goal. When I'm 98, y'all will see me with some blonde hair. That's who I'm going to be. Listen, if by any chance she's watching, my brother-in-law's mom, Molly, is the cutest thing ever. She's in her, I would say, mid-80s. She might be into her late 80s. Her hair is so good. You cannot, her hair is dark, like almost black, and not a hint of white. And I was like, whoever does your hair, her hairdresser is retiring, or I would go to her because she's so good. Talk to your stylist about a product for shine or use a hair serum. Okay. How do you not have your business overwhelm you when it's a second job? Donna, if you have a second job as a business, bless your heart. It is exhausting. That's a tough question. I wish I could, I can't speak to that. When I started Passionate Penny Pincher, I was a stay-at-home mom. My real business was taking care of my kids, honestly. So it has been hard to run it. I felt like in some ways, and now I feel like I run 2 businesses kind of, because we have the blog side and the product side. So I will just say maybe try to figure out what you can hand off to anyone if you're able financially to do that. Do not hire until you need to, because hiring people is a lot of work. But when you find the right people, it will give you so much freedom in your business. So I definitely encourage you to see what there's things that someone else could do for you. PvP is more real life than you realize. I am so glad, Vale, that you're here this morning. Is your daughter on spring break? She'll be home in 2 weeks, y'all. Do you ever see top of your head in register camera in store and freak? Yes, I do, Tracy, for sure. Hey, Mary in Ohio, you quit coloring your hair and it's so healthy now. Does the sticker deal include? No, the sticker deal is only if you buy the boxes. I know, that was the best definition of dementia I've ever heard. Karen says she's 58 and still getting hair dyed, not ready to be old. I just want to have pretty hair, y'all. I just want pretty hair. Have you finished the sides box? Yes, Dawn, side box will be available May 1st. Y'all, I'm going to go through, this could be a while. I'm going through comments as fast as I can. We'll be along with you through our older years. I know, my goal, my team asked me, I said, I'll be learning TikTok at 95, y'all. I'll be that's going to be me. You watch. Yes, we moved closer to family for those of y'all who are interested. We moved closer to family, which has been great. 5 ingredients. Does that one sound so good? I'm trying to go faster, y'all, through these questions because I don't want to make you just sit and watch. Your cousin's in Springfield had a heart attack. Oh, Willadine, I'll be praying for your cousin in Springfield. Is that Springfield, Ohio? Y'all know my husband had a heart attack at a very young age. He has done great. He's been, now I think we're 5 years out and he's still done really well. So definitely praying. It is a hard thing, but it can be, you can get through it for sure. I'll be praying for Charlie Willadine. And I love your name, Willadine. Can I just say, Willadine is a great name. Happy Cold Brew Coffee Day. Amen. Thank you so much. You love to read self-help books. Thank you so much, Kim. I don't know if I'm going to answer everyone because y'all are going to be bored out of your mind, but I'm going to try really hard to get through all of these questions. Would love more book recommendations. Thank you for these lives. Gosh, I've read so many good ones right now. I'm trying to read Radical Candor. Radical Candor is good, but it's a really hard one for me because I'm not radically candid. So it's hard as a people pleaser. So Radical Candor, it's by Kim something. I'm trying to remember. Another one that I read, Predictable Success. Is that what it's called? Predictable Success? I think it's Predictable Success. If you run a business, read that one. I think it's called Predictable Success. I think that's the name of it. Excellent, excellent, excellent book. Anyways, very stressful. It's also hard. It's a hard book to read. It makes you stressed. I think it's probably the reason I've been stressed this last year, but it's also got me thinking a lot. Yay, I'm glad you're going to laminate the pages of Be Awesome in April. You got the candle fresh linen, Beth. I'm so glad you will love it. Oh, Tina, I'm so glad you like the challenges. One thing that I struggle with the challenges, being real honest, y'all, is there's so many things that I feel like I have going on to encourage you in. I'm like, where do I encourage them today? So today, I'm just encouraging you to be awesome today. My dog is enjoying the sunshine. He's a mess. Okay, I think we got through most of the questions. I think I got through them all. Funny question, are you ticklish? Oh, that is a weird question, Sarah. Yes, I am, but that's it. Okay, I think I got through everything, y'all. I think we got it. How do you get the motivation to get up every day and do what you do? Hang on, I am gonna finish with that question probably because that is such a good question. Okay, I think I went to the end. I have a really good answer, y'all, for this last one, and then I'm gonna be done. Kids planners. Oh, kids planners are coming. June kids planners will be out for sure. I'll make a list. Okay, I do want to answer that one question. Kids lists are in October. Y'all, there's so many that I didn't get through. I really want to get through all of them, but I really want to make sure I answer this one. Tina says she loves the challenge. Your wellness clothes and have lost 91 pounds. Oh my gosh, Tina, I love that you've lost 91 pounds. I'm so glad. That's amazing. That's amazing. You probably know my story of losing weight, and it is life-changing, and it's so worth it if you can tackle the weight loss goals. We could talk weight loss. That's a whole nother video. We won't do that one today. Okay. Prime rib, rosemary. My friend, y'all, if you have a Publix nearby, my friend told me Publix has prime rib for $6.99 a pound, which is insane. Okay. Let me answer that last question because I want to find it one more time because it was so good. And then I'm going to make it done. And it was, how do you keep up the motivation every day to keep going? So that is a big question. I started blogging back in 2009. At the time, I knew nothing about businesses. I knew nothing about anything. Like I knew how to write a sentence. I didn't know how to make computers work. I didn't know how to code. I didn't know how to create a website. I knew nothing, y'all. I knew nothing. When I started it, initially as I started it, and this is just like being real honest, I prayed about starting the site. I had 3 little babies at home, so I had 3 guys. I mean, my kids were little, 2, 7, and 10, maybe 2, 6, and 9. They were 2, 6, and 9. And I prayed about starting the site, and I said to my husband one morning, I was praying about it, and I felt like God clearly said, he said, Laurie, I'm good with you starting. I prayed about the site. I was like, Lord, I know I go all in on things. I'm super addictive by nature. If you give me chocolate, I eat all the chocolate. If you give me, I like lots of things. Like I'm addictive. So I was like, Lord, I know if I do this, I'm going to go all in. And so should I do this? And I remember God feeling pretty strongly saying, you can do that, but I want you to give a significant portion to mission work. So I leaned over to my husband and I said, honey, what do you think about me starting this business? And I said, I think I should start it, but I think if I do, I'm supposed to give 50% to God, 50% to his. And I remember him looking at me in the middle of the night, and it was like, I mean, his dad was sick his dad had just been paralyzed. We were in a really emotional time of our lives. And I remember him saying, well, that's fine. I'll just give half my income away too. And I was like, no. And I remember thinking, I was like, Lord, and I don't tell this story very often, y'all. So this is very much for you few people who are still here. I said, Lord, I said, I just can't imagine doing that. But I was like, if it ever made $500, could you give away $250? And I was like, you will never start a blog. Never will you start a blog that's ever going to make $250. But I was like, Lord, if you ever do that, then sure. And then I was like, well, what if he made 1,000? Could you give 500? And I was like, if it ever made $1,000, sure, whatever. And so I kept growing that out. And if I had ever known what God was going to do with it, I wouldn't have believed it. But that is what makes me get up and want to do it every day. So on the days that I don't look at, like, when I don't want to do it now, I'm like, we're able to bless our team very well. We choose mission partners throughout the year, and we add them to our list. We have a certain amount we kind of set once everybody gets. God was so generous with me with like smart things in the beginning, where once they get to a certain amount, and we don't want to ever fully fund a missionary, because if something ever happened to me and I couldn't make money, I don't want to have one missionary. I wouldn't want a whole mission field to end because of something I did. So the way that I do it is we fully fund a missionary, and then once that one's fully funded and we have more money for the next, we add another one. So we just keep adding missionaries into the list. So having a big purpose behind what we're doing beyond just like, I get to support a team of women, I get to support you guys, I get to support missionaries, I get to help my family. But I will say in that, as much as that all sounds great and like it's been easy, there's a lot of stress on that. And to grow a business in this culture, the world is full of lots of smart kids, and I'm not the only one out there. And so to be competitive is hard. Social media is hard. Email is hard. Writing planners is hard. Creating amazing products is hard. Like, I have to do a lot of hard work every single day. And there are days when I'm like, I could just sit by the pool, God. Like, that's what I could do. Like, why am I still doing this? And yesterday was one of those days I really was like, Lord, why? And then I'm like, because my daughter, in fact, I called my daughter yesterday and I was like, Caroline, like, we don't have to do this anymore. And she was like, Mom, if you don't do that, who's going to do that? And so today I'm doing it. That's why I wake up every morning. That was a big answer. Phew. Did y'all really want all that? I know. So crazy. I know. You could never outgive God. That is so true. Thank you so much. Kristen says she's followed since back then. Oh my gosh, Kristen, 2009. My kids have said, thankfully my kids have watched me through the years. They're like, Mom, you look pretty good for being online that long. So thank you so much, Kristen, for following along so long. I appreciate that. Okay, I think that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Way too long this morning. I'm going to have some seriously cold spilled coffee. I am so thankful for you. If you are part of our community and have hung out here for a long time, I am honored, humbled, thankful, in awe. I don't know why you're here. Thank you for supporting us and what we do. We pray that we will continue to make amazing products. I do have a couple fun product ideas in my brain right now, so those are fun. Just pray for us as we continue to figure it all out. You guys are amazing. I am so thankful for each of y'all. Nobody heard the story at the start. Mary, I'm so glad you got to hear that this morning. I wish y'all could have seen my husband. It was cute watching my husband that morning, and he still is like, he's so funny now. He's like, well, he never thought, neither of us ever thought, and I'm going to tell you one more thing about business, because I will never talk this long again on video, so this is it. I'm going to give you all the backup secrets. Here's the one thing, y'all. When I told my husband about that, we all know the menu boxes. Do you guys have the menu boxes? I told my husband that idea. The investment, being really honest, in that first one was it was a lot of money. We invested a lot of money in that, and it was all, y'all know we are 100% cash based, so everything we make, everything we buy, I have to be able to fund. So I came to him and I said, I think we bought 10,000 tins, 10,000 of the first recipe tins. And I want to say, it was a lot of money invested. Let's just say it was more than our first house we had invested. My husband did not tell me that he didn't think they would sell. He let me spend that much money, and it was a ton of money. And he told me later, he said, I never thought that anybody would buy those menu plans. I thought you were crazy. So thankfully he let me do it anyways. I don't know why he let me do it, but it was fun. Jennifer's having issues with our link working. Jennifer, the issue is on Facebook's end on some of it. I am so sorry that our links are not working, and I wish I could fix it so much. So anyways, y'all, when your husband says, someone says best story of your motivation that you've heard in a long time. Thank you so much, Bet. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, so I'm so thankful that I didn't listen to my husband, because I think a lot of you guys like the menu plans, and I'm glad that he did know what he's talking about. And this is why I think I'm willing to stick to this business, is most people in this world, the only reason I had the idea for the menu boxes the way that they are is because I use menu plans to promote them to you guys, honestly. And I was like, this is a problem for me. How can I make this experience better? And because I'm actually using this and doing this as a normal mom, I'm like, it's going to be a yucky experience if I don't do it this way. So it makes it so much easier. Anyways, so many words today, y'all. So many words. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You guys are fantastic. Whatever you're doing today, find a purpose behind what you're doing. You guys, if it is cleaning the toilets, I'm going to be real honest with you. You do not have to create a big business to have value. There are a lot of days where I wonder if my very best value could be serving just my family. I am thankful for this opportunity. Like, I am grateful every single day, but you are such a blessing to your family. So if all your job is today is to clean a toilet for someone else, or maybe you're taking care of an elderly, somebody older, if all of your job today is to take care of that older person and make sure that they have the food they need and the sleep they need and the rest they need, your job doesn't have to be donating to missionaries. Like, I can never solve the problem. No matter how much money I ever make, I will never be able to solve the problem of people needing things. There is not enough money in this world that I can bring in to fix anybody's problems. It's just impossible. I can't do that. You can't do that either. Don't feel like you have to do something like that. Clean the toilet for the 2-year-old that's at home today. Make the dinner for the obnoxious 13-year-old that you want to swat across the face because that's the way it is. Make the dinner for them. Make your home a beautiful, inviting space for them. Take care of the elderly parent that maybe you have. Don't feel like you have to create some big business to have value, because I'm just telling you, on the other side of the big business, there are days I wish I was just taking care of my family better too. So anyways, thanks y'all for watching. So thankful for you. Go get some coffee. We'll talk soon. Bye guys.